Okay. Gonna get started right now. We're gonna be making a game for a game jam. Day 8. Oh, I think it's day 8. Whatever day it is. We had plans, and I'm gonna be going through those plans. We're gonna be implementing a temperature bar. We're gonna be implementing a food bar. I think those are the last mechanics we're gonna be implementing for the player, and then I need to generate a lot of content that hooks into those mechanics over the next 10 days to make the game happen. We also need to make, this is probably more priority, first thing we're going to work on is making the level generation not suck. And I don't think that's going to be hard, slash, it's going to take a lot of time. I don't think any of these things are going to take a lot of time, but every time I think that, I'm always wrong. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be doing Perlin noise. Perlin noise, that's the magic word. You say those words, you have terrain generation. I don't, yeah. We're going to be implementing a temperature bar, and we're going to be implementing a food bar. And if we have time, great. The other thing that I need to implement, and probably won't get to it, but the other thing I need to implement is splitting out recipes between ones you get from leveling up and ones you get from unlocking stuff. And I also need to add a message box for the game giving messages to the player. I need to do that. Let's do it. Let's go. We got plenty of stuff to do. There's no way I'm going to not have enough stuff to do. I'm tired. Ooh. I don't know why I'm tired today. I know it's Monday, but I slept well. Didn't work that hard. You know, a standard amount of work today. Had a good meal. Just feeling real tired. Can't really understand why. I hope I'm not coming down with something. But if I'm just loopier than usual, I'm tired for no reason. Blorp. We had the height map here, and the height map is based on, it's a dictionary vector 2 eyes, and we've got a starting point, and we've got this to do to make it not dumb. We're going to do that. We need to use the fast noise light. So this class generates noise using the fast noise light library, which is a selection of several noise algorithms, including cellular, Perlin, value, and more. Most generated noise values are in the range of -1 to 1, but not always. Some of the cellular noise algorithms return results above 1. How do we use this? I spent the past 2 days looking up mesh algorithms, and if we hadn't already partially optimized our meshing system, it would probably be worth going in and switching to using array meshes instead of what we were currently doing. But because we are doing something that's, it's not optimized, but it's like partially optimized, I'm worried that if we implement array meshes, it'll soak up a week. Like it'll take me a day and a half to actually write it, and then it'll take me 5 days to fix all the bugs. And then like, oh, game jam's over. By the way, content is important for your game to be not suck. I think our game is going to suck no matter what, but I would like to have a week to just generate content. Cool. None of this is really helpful, actually. Reading through this, there's no obvious how to use this. Yo, welcome, Straw No Playtime. How's it going? Okay. I don't want just the code. The heck? I thought this would be a lot easier than that. So I see this fractal stuff. That's not what we want. Cellular distance function, cellular jitter, cellular return type. Noise type, offset, seed. So does this give me a 3D map? I'm seeing vector 3s, so it's kind of implying that way we can just try. We can create a fast noise light. This doesn't look static. Inherits noise. Get noise 2D. If I understand, and I probably don't, but if I do understand, no, I don't. Nope. Because this is going to give me an array. No, this is not going to be an array. This is going to give me a function that I can pass in an x and a y, and I'll get a noise value. But how do I set like the distance? Width, height, invert in 3D space. Get noise 2dv. Well, let's just experiment. So we're going to create var noise equals fast noise light on ready noise equals fast noise light dot new. Do I need to set the noise type? Probably. Is there like a, whatever, just, what are all of these? Amplitude sets the maximum warp distance from the origin. I don't know half of those words. If enabled, another fast noise light instance is used to warp the space, resulting in a distortion of noise. Determines the strength of each subsequent layer of the noise. The change in frequency between octaves, known as lacunarity. Okay, of the fractal noise. No. Noise layers that are sampled to get the final value of the fractal noise. Method for combining octaves into a fractal, which is used to warp to space. The warp algorithm. What? Whatever. We're going to set noise type. We're going to set it equal to simplex. Let's try simplex first. Simplex smooth. Noise dot set. Oh my gosh, I was just looking at this. I don't have the memory. Noise type. Okay. I don't need any of this. We're going to comment all of that out. We're going to comment out literally everything else. Noise return noise dot get noise 2D v dest dot to okay. What is this? What's going to happen? Not terrible. Not great. It's repeating. A repeating pattern. It's also very thin. Okay. So what if we set this to type simplex? I was just doing something like this in Godot too, although it's just experimenting with procedural generation. Nice. Did you experiment with all the algorithms? Let's do cellular. Nothing. All right, well, we can write that one off. Type Perlin. Okay. So, if this is correct, which I assume the docs are correct, this is returning from range -1 to 1. And I wonder if there's a way for me to compensate. Like, what if I multiply the value by 5? Times 5. Just did Perlin noise. That's what I'm telling you. Yeah. You use the word Perlin and you've done it. Times 50? Why? Okay, why isn't this, like, making the terrain look stupidly huge? There we go. This is what I was expecting. Well, not exactly this. But, I mean, this isn't bad. It's A, it's repeating. And B, just cuts off here, so I guess we have to stitch together. How do we make it not repeating? Adjust the frequency? Adjust the ocularity? I don't know. What if we adjust the frequency? That's okay. I think we don't need this anymore. This is looking... Okay, we do need the multiplier here, it looks like. The frequency doesn't bust us out of that, but this looks wrong, but I don't see a repeating pattern here. Nope, there it is. Plus sign here, then a dot. Plus sign here, then a dot. Plus sign here, then a dot. All right, well, you know what? Improvement. What else can we adjust? The octaves? How are you generating the blocks with vertices, or are they physical blocks? These are cubes. Each one is a cube mesh. Being placed like a Lego. We've got this level builder here that defers to this world chunk, which currently has a placeholder algorithm. It will go through the world and look through the heights and stack blocks up there based on whatever height the height map gives it, which is what we're tinkering with right now. Noise. Is Perlin noise going through these algorithms. Type value cubic. Oh, you should always use this mode if the value noise is being used for a height map or a bump map. Hey. I won't argue with that. Let's go. Didn't I? Why is this? Okay. A, it's still repeating. And B, I'm not getting the peaks that I was hoping we would be getting, so let's adjust the fractal octaves. I don't know. That's a number. I don't even know if this affects anything. Might create some collision problems if each has its own collision, unless you combine them all into one. Unless you have a crazy CPU. Well, we will figure that out when we have time. This did not affect the repetition. But it did affect how cool this looks. No, it didn't. Just kidding. I'm not convinced this had any effect. Yeah, I see a pattern. Okay. And then with the octaves, couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you if that had any effect at all. Increase the lacunarity? I don't even know what that word means. Fractal lacunarity. The way I did it was only loaded collision within the chunk I was in until step to no new chunk, so it didn't attempt to render all the physics at once. Fair. Whoa. This feels different. This feels very chopped up. That's a little better. This is getting closer to what we want, but again, got a pattern. Ping pong strength. Gain. Let's try adjusting the gain. I don't think this is going to matter, but oops. Amplitude? That's not even, what? Oh, is that a separate, just multiplying the result by the amplitude? Did you use a seed? If not, that's probably why it's repeating. Oh, it doesn't just randomly pick a seed? That could be. The random number seed for all noise types, not actually random. Okay. I don't know. Sure. No, it's still repeating. We'll come back to that. Because I need that to be a random number and not the same number. Actually, I guess for testing purposes, it can be the same number. It's fine. Cellular distance function. What is this? Distance Euclidean squared, distance hybrid, distance time. Maximum distance point can move off its grid position. This seems like a thing. Fractal gain. Number octave fractal type. Trying to make a game? Sure, yeah, that's the plan. What I did is adjusted the height of each block in integers by the height noise, if you want to try that. Adjusted the height of each block in integers by the height noise. I mean, like, grabbing the value here and then just adding it to the height. What language are you coding in? This is GD script. Godot's script. It comes out of the box with Godot. Var height equals int height noise get noise 2D x times 10 plus 64. I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing already. Convert it to an int. I don't think that's going to matter much, but I mean, yeah, it's still repeating. I think this is, because this is a vector 2i, and I'm converting it to a vector 2, and I wonder if I need to divide that vector 2i by like 10 or something, but that doesn't solve the repeating issue. Don't take it the bad way, but you look too angry for a guy that talks calmly. Oh, thank you. The warp algorithm, the fractal gain, the fractal lacunarity, of course, the ping pong strength. I haven't messed with that yet. Let's try adjusting that. Noise dot that. Let's set it to 1.0. Welcome to a programmer's resting face when attempting to fix bugs. I can scribble the eyebrow. Oh, this looks the same. I can scribble the eyebrows on my forehead. So is this a full-time job or just a hobby? This is a hobby. I do not get paid to make games. Nope, that didn't work either. Fractal weighted strength. Oh, all right. Well, hey, I broke it. What is your goal or even dream in life? So this game jam will end in, let's see, 10 days and 22 hours. So I would like to finish by then. That's my goal. Wow, this thing has got power. Oh, this is times 1. All right, let's try times 2. Same thing happened to me, actually. That's times 2, times 3, and then times 5 is apparently shove all the blocks into bedrock. How about a dream? Sure. So this is times 4. Okay, what if I get rid of this? This, what? Really? I don't understand. Like, what is your dream? Huh? I mean, it'd be cool to make games as a professional. If I could make that work financially, I would totally do it. But, game industry is not... It's never really been in a healthy spot, and it's currently not in a healthy spot. So, I will settle for this being a hobby. Cool dream. Thanks. I wish I understood this more. Oh, dream game? Oh, you know what? I don't know. I would like to see an RTS that has mass appeal. That's my dream game. But I don't even know what that looks like. So we go from 4.0 to 5.0, and we go from flat nothing to this. Doesn't make any sense to me. It does not make any sense to me that there's like 10 layers of stone that this is negating. If I make it even go higher, may I see your code? Sure. This code? Do you like the more sandbox game or the more cryptic puzzle game or roguelike or RPG or FPS? I don't have like a specific answer. It depends. I like RPGs. RPGs are cool. It's the kind of thing where like I'll have a preference for a game and then a really good game will come out that is not my preference, but because it's really good, I'll enjoy it and then I'll just change my preference. Have you tried cryptography games? Yes, I have. I have used CryptTool. Fun little tool. Any examples? There's one I played on stream. I want to say semi recently called Decrypto Project. That was pretty good. I think that one released, so it wasn't soon. Must have been quite a while ago. Oh, the Braid 889. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Is there any particular code that you were interested in observing? This is the chunk builder. Oh, wait a minute. This is passing in every chunk is going to have the same local coordinates. So that's going to result in the height map giving everyone the same. Wait. I can fix that though, because this is getting passed in from. Oh no, we're getting coordinates. I just need to adjust these chunk coordinates. Yeah. Times chunk chord. That's the problem. You're setting every height with the same starting point. Yeah. So if we multiply this number times the width times chords dot chunk chord. Why did I take chords and put it in a variable called chunk chord? Oh, I see. Yeah. Dot x times depth times chunk chord dot z. That dot y. That should make the repeating problem go away. Why does this happen? Okay. Well, this is weird. Oh, you know what it is? You know what the problem is? I know what the problem is. I did a multiply when I should have done an add. Yeah. Plus width times chunk chord, not times. Yeah. Whoops. There we go. This looks like what it should look like. We just need to tune up the tune. Sorry if I talk too much. I just like your answers, and I've never talked to a professional in my favorite domain and hobby. Well, I'm not a professional. I just do this for fun. But happy to answer questions. I enjoy the idea of doing this as a professional, but I can't claim credit. That would be improper of me. You'd also look like a wrestling master. I don't. That does not. Sure. I don't see it, but I won't argue. Dopamine rush to the solved bug. We'll add it to the pile. I'll save my dopamine for. Oh, what is? Why is this? Oh, the strength is 3. Oh, you get flat terrain. Oh, the strength is 4. You get nonsense, huge piles of dirt. I don't hate this though. Like, this isn't. If I were to ship this, I actually would be fine with that. Let's put this in the maybe pile, but I want to make this a random number. What if we adjust the gain? Do you actually do martial arts? I don't, which is why I'm confused as to why I do no fitness that would make me anything resembling martial artist. What about 1.5? 1.5 gain. There we go. Oh, I'm not hating this. Well, 1.2. We'll try 1.2, and if 1.2 doesn't suck, we'll stop. Yeah, this is fine. We have a height map. That doesn't suck. We can get rid of this to-do, make this not dumb. One more thing done. All this code that I wrote that is useless. Most of this is probably useless too. It's just me experimenting, but yeah. Fast noise light. Just out of curiosity. So you're more comfortable in the pure coding or game coding or what side? I think I'm more comfortable game coding at this point because I've been doing it since January of this year. Whereas pure coding, I don't code outside of, well, I know Python and I know some scripting languages, but I don't write like actual programs. This is not this one specifically, but games are the biggest pieces of code that I've written. Prior to that, I haven't written anything that's like above 200 lines. Not too familiar with Godot, but it has grown quite a bit, and I'm actually making my own 3D game engine called the Starbound engine with C++ and GLSL for shaders. Actually, I think Godot uses too. Isn't Starbound a name of something already? But I mean, that sounds awesome. Godot does use C++ under the hood. Yes. I don't know if it uses GLSL for shaders. It might. Shaders are magic to me. I don't touch them. If I'm using shaders, I'm copy and pasting someone else's shaders. Have you ever tried Roblox as a game engine or never? I have not. I have tried Gary's Mod as a game engine. I did not have the mental fortitude to finish programming anything in Gary's Mod, but well, in Lua, but I did it enough to say that I know a little bit. Are you telling me that one and only idea is taken? Yeah, you just gotta keep on writing. Carve out your niche. Gonna go ahead and make a new scene. We're gonna make a temperature component. And then a hunger component. I should finish one before I make the next one. This is just going to be a progress bar that assigns itself to the HUD. And then it will self-update. Yeah, that should be easy enough. I think the hardest thing in CyberSec I have done is blacklist my bro off the home Wi-Fi by logging in as an admin. Ooh. Gotta start somewhere, right? I don't really know how deep that rabbit hole goes. I'm just guessing. Temperature component needs, what am I doing? Attach script. There it is. Shove that in here. We need to, do I just make the texture progress bar here, or do I do it in code? I'll do it in code. No, I should do it in the scene. It's easier. What am I doing? Just do it here. Temperature bar. Should go for ethical hacking. That sounds like the right call. It's hilarious to see him rage on Clash Royale because a Wi-Fi is going off for him and me acting as if it goes off for me too. Ooh. Didn't catch on? Consider yourself lucky. I think I can't remember if I can just put a gradient in this thing as the layout. Because a gradient would be perfect. Material? No. Shaders. I've been programming for 5.5 years. It was about 10 when I started. Ooh, we started young. Nice. You started way sooner than I did. I started like around 20. Well, that's not true. 18-ish. I just finished admitting my axe to him. If not, he would have never guessed. I mean, as long as it ends well, that's awesome. But if it don't end well, then that's That could go upside down real fast. I was hoping I could apply a gradient to this. Maybe I can. Set the check mark in the inspector to treat the texture as a 9-patch rect and should scale with the parent. That's not what I want. I can just draw it. I can make a texture progress bar and I can just draw it. So it's not like this is a hard problem to solve. Oh, we could change the color based on its value. Style box flat, whatever. Just put in something for now. Are you a company? That's an interesting question. Ask someone. You can't just go asking people if they're a company. What is that? Wait, how did I get this number in here? I've never seen that before. Oh, that's been there the whole time? What's this indeterminate? What? What? What is this? What is this doing? What does indeterminate mean? The progress bar indicates that something is happening with it. Oh, okay. So it's just a loading bar. Got it. Cool. Going for software engineering, and I'm planning a minor in computer science. I've already enrolled in several AP college classes for software engineering. Oh man, going the full route. Congrats. Enjoy. It's kind of a scary time to be going into computer science right now, I know. There's no guarantee there'll be a job on the other end of it. I'm sure there will be, but I can't guarantee shit. There will always be humans writing code, but I just don't know what the short term looks like. It's kind of scary. It's a risk because of how AI is growing, but AI is also not fully trusted. I mean, would you trust an AI to program a commercial to promote people's lives? Yeah, see, the thing is, I wouldn't. I would not, absolutely not. But it's not up to me, is the problem. It's up to people who manage risk in ways that maybe are traditionally not ways that work. You know, if you asked me that, would I trust companies to prioritize safety over money? Like, I would not put money down on that. That's the scary thing. That's why I can't predict the future. I need to, when I'm ready, shove this temperature bar into the HUD helper. No, the HUD handler. Yeah, there it is. We need to register the register the temp bar. This is a VBox container? No, this is going to be a progress bar. All right, this is going to go on the bottom HUD, so we need to register the bottom HUD, and then we need to sort the bottom HUD, and that means we're going to have to update the sort function. Temp bar dot set anchors. Ooh. What am I setting my anchors for? I should mirror the XP bar, but what on earth did I write? Yeah, I'm pretty sure 5 years from now that programming is going to be a thriving, healthy industry. It's going to be a weird one that no one's going to really fully understand what it looks like. Or I shouldn't say understand, that can fully predict what it's going to look like, but it'll still be around. 4 years from now, though, I don't know. Scary. If temp bar bottom dot move child temp bar zero. I thought move child. How am I? Wait, how is this taking in a negative number? This is an index. The index, oh, if the index is negative, it's counted from the end of the list. Okay. Okay, got it. That's fine. Just -2 then. Theoretically, if we just register temp bar, this temperature bar should show up. All right, I probably need that. I need to add this to the player, and then we need to see it happen. Well, that's not where I want the temperature bar to be. It should be under the XP bar. Hold on. How do I get this shoved into the editor? I was shown this in the past, and oh, it's over here. You're gonna join the GMTK Game Jam 2026. I don't know what that is. I know nothing about it. The scary part about AI is that it's no longer just programming. It's art, music, and now videos. I'm a little more optimistic about art, music, and all that, because like my worry was that AI generated content would improve and get better to the point where it's indistinguishable from human made stuff. And that's not happening. It's not been happening. It's kind of been backsliding a little. And there hasn't really been that much love for AI art. So I think that'll once the dollars land where they land, I think that's gonna die. No way he doesn't know what that is. Sorry, I don't know what that is. Where is this? Temperature. Is it still on the player? Oh my god, it's still on the player. I bet I know why too. Because we had to use a scene, yeah. Remove child temperature. It's probably in the debugger too. It's like you can't add this as a child because it's already got a parent, and you can't double parent. There it is, yeah. Get that, shove that where it belongs. That's what I expected to see. Not that this is what I want, but this is what I expected to see. We need to divide that in half. We can do that with an HBox container. Some people just program for fun. Well, it's true. I also have only started doing this like this year, so there's a lot that I'm unfamiliar with. No, the HUD helper. The HUD handler. There we go. Okay, we need to make, when we create the bottom HUD, we also need to temperature and hunger are going to go into this HBox container that I need to define. Okay. Hearing the stream play while making a game of my own in Godot is way nicer than I thought. Oh, thanks. Appreciate hearing that. I do feel like I should listen to more programming streams as well. I've done enough of these that I've started to copy and paste my code, and I don't think that's a good idea if I haven't actually confirmed that I've written good code, and I'm pretty sure I haven't. And I think a good way to improve is to watch other people and see what they do. Learn that way. It's just finding the time. Temp bar. Okay, I need to take this temp bar, but we're not going to add it to the bottom HUD. We're actually going to add it to the temp hunger container. Get temp hunger container. And then we need to define that function. Func get temp hunger container. HBox container. What's the game jam about? This one is about making a Minecraft-like game. Submit a game similar enough to classic Minecraft that it might be considered a Minecraft-like. And it even provides a link to the theme game. This is like version beta 22 of Minecraft. Amazing. Version 23A01. I'm actually not too far behind. It was occurring to me when I was looking up array meshes, and texture tool, the texture tool, surface tool. That's what it's called. Minecraft is a really, really good game to learn programming. I shouldn't say programming, to learn game making from. It's not that complicated, complex. It's got a lot of fundamental things that you can pick up pretty quickly, and it's very forgiving because Minecraft is very. It feels like a game jam game that got way too popular, way too fast, and then never recovered. I looked away and now it's fully polished and has trees and water. Oh, that's not my game. Hold on, let me finish writing this out. Oh wait, no, that's not how I write this. Oh, you're joking. Fair enough. Dot new. We need to add this to the bottom HUD. All right. And then down here, instead of this temp hunger container, okay. This should work the same as before. I'm not missing anything. Well, that's almost correct. Where's the bar? Do I need to set like a minimum width? Oh, wait. Oh, no, hold on. I need to set the anchors, don't I? No, not those. These anchors. There we go. Yeah. Cool. Double period. We're in. Looks exactly the same. All right, that wasn't the problem. I think the solution here is to set a minimum size. 1080. That's, how did I get that wrong? 80, 10. X, Y, who knows? All right, and then instead of that being the minimum size, I need to set a percentage, like 25%, and then let Godot figure out how big that is so that I can have whatever resolution and the UI will automatically adjust. But it's fine. We've got a temperature bar. We can make this 240. We need to make it functional, although not really. Var temp. Temp equals X. I shouldn't call it temp because that's going to confuse me. I'm going to think that means temporary. Temperature. Temperature is that, and then emit a signal. Temperature updated. Or I have the temperature bar right here. I could just update the temperature bar. Dot value equals X. If it works, don't change it. Especially for a game jam. We're just trying to get it functional. We're not trying to make it something for the textbooks. which is part of the reason why I want to watch other programmer streams, so that I can learn how to actually write for the textbooks and not for the game jam. We need this percentage to go down periodically. That should be a physics process. Okay. What? Why did that? Oh, there we go. It is going down. Why did it start at 50? Oh, because that's the initial value I gave it. That's smart. Is it smart? No, it's not smart, but whatever. It's going down now. We can add some atmospherics. I think we're just going to add an area 2D and just be like, am I near something cold? If so, temperature go down. Am I near something hot? If so, temperature go up. And then we can just assign a property to all blocks and give all blocks a temperature. Does that sound efficient? No. Wait. No, that's not. Because then I'd have to, my area 2D would be intersecting every single block in the world. Those hardly visible, you should probably give it an outline. Oh yeah, I'm gonna 100% replace this with a proper graphic. Because I wanted something that's a gradient from green to red. Why is it transparent? Or not transparent? Why is it transparent. Why can I see through it partially? The alpha is 255, so why is this not? I'm not even going to think about that. That's confusing though. EXP edit. Rounded. Allow greater. Allow lesser. The only thing that I want temperature to do is if you're cold, if you're too cold or if you're too hot, then you have a penalty to mining. Because we don't have time to implement health. We don't have time to implement anything else. Oops. That's my expectation for this mechanic. Let's go ahead and implement hunger now. This is going to follow the exact same thinking. Wait a minute. Something just occurred to me in my HUD handler. This shouldn't be preset center. This should be preset flat. No, full. What? Preset wide. Center wide. H center? What is H center? I don't know. We want this to be wide. That did not affect things in the slightest. And I'm curious as to why there's this space right here. I was hoping there wouldn't be a space. Did I do that? Space? There's a margin container, but that's the entire bottom HUD. The elements inside shouldn't? Oh, wait, is that what this is? Separation. Oh yeah, okay. I see. Make that less. I can work with that. Okay. I didn't want to lose that thought because it was a UIs are they don't linger in my brain for very long. I'm not good at them. Let's actually just duplicate this. This is gonna be the exact same logic. The hunger component, the hunger bar is gonna be a different color though. That color? Not red, because that's health. Sure. That feels like a stamina color. No, that's health. That's mana, but I think I can make that fly. That's our hunger bar. Okay, and then we go in our script, which is the temperature component script. I don't think so. Detach hunger component. We take our favorite component, we copy it, and we change all the verbs, all the word temperature, and we change it to hunger. Could I just find and replace all this? Actually don't know how to do that. Not in the temperature component. No, wait, what? No, what about the hunger component? Oh, because I didn't save this. Refresh. Okay, not in this one. Did I do it? Yeah. All right. Through the power of copy and paste, it didn't work. Crap. Did I not save? All right, hold on. Where is it? Is it still on the player? Oh, no. Oh, okay. I see the problem. I never added it to the player. We've created this delicious little component. That's it. We didn't use it. We just created it. It exists somewhere. There it is. All right. I don't like that is how it is. I think though, what I can do, if I go into the HUD and I'd be like, justify left, justify right. Godot should magically figure out the rest for me. Center left. Nope. I don't know how to fix that, but that's something that is just going to be trial and error. Oh. No, actually I don't like that color. Yeah, that definitely feels like mana to me. Stamina. Are you familiar with the term tutorial hell with beginning developers? I am not familiar with that. What is tutorial hell, if I may ask? So I think for this, I'm gonna make this into the shape of a thermostat or like an old timey thermostat, and that should just express what it is pretty cleanly. I'm not worried about that. But this cannot just be a yellow bar. I don't know how to represent that as hunger though. In Minecraft, it's represented as shanks of meat, and that would work. I could do that. There's no reason not to. I might use mushrooms instead of shanks, but I feel like that's risky because that may not come across as what that means. I'm just gonna dig a little. Okay. This officially is implemented though, or implemented enough that I can say woo. I had two more things on my list. I can't remember though. It's a phase where beginning developers are forever stuck in a loop of only watching tutorials to make games and never actually doing anything on their own because they can't do without them. Ah, that sounds very true. That sounds very familiar. There's a particular space that I've been in for a while where like writing code isn't hard if you know how to write code, but actually writing the code is hard. Or I shouldn't say hard, but like it takes a lot of effort. And it's really easy to be like, I want to imagine my game. And it's going to do X and Y and Z, and here's all the cool things. And then you go to the editor and you're like, all right, I'm staring at a blank screen. Where do I start? And like, there's no path for you to take to get to your game. You have to be like, I'm going to spend a lot of time implementing a button on a menu and implementing the options menu and implementing like 500,000 backbone features before I can even start thinking about what my game is going to feel like. And it's like, I guess that's not the same thing as tutorial hell. That's something completely different, huh? Because you're talking about like watching a tutorial and not being able to leave that tutorial. Making a game very much feels like step one, make everything boring that's not game. And then step two, make game. And it's like that step one is a wall. And I cannot blame people if they start climbing that wall and they can't. They're not, they just underestimated how tall it is. Okay, I need to remember what were the other two things I was going to work on today. Cuz like these aren't fully implemented, but they're implemented. I need to draw some art and I need to plug them into the input handler. And then I need to add some food and some temperature stuff, but like I'm not gonna do that on stream. We got the height map implemented. We got the hunger bar and the temperature bar. I guess I should actually plug them into the input handler. That I should do. The fiddling around with the UI and stuff I don't want to do on stream because that's gonna be silly. But at some point we go to the, where is it? This is the input handler. Where's my physics processor? We're getting the time at some point. Break value. We should modify the break value by art. We should pass the break value modifier to the temperature and the hunger component, and both of them should get a say in our final break time. Oops. Oh no, I need to copy that. No, I need to, where to go? I'm interested to see your artistic abilities. I mean, this is the third game jam. I've done all the art for the previous two. Well, not all of it, but most of it. Oh, I should say the blocks. I drew all of these blocks. So, oh shoot. Please hold. This is the item sheet that I've got. There's a log texture. I can do 16 by 16 pixel art. I got that. Not that this is good, but I can do it. Beyond that is very much me going way above what my talent actually is. Why did this open the HUD handler? No, I want the player. I just want to add the hunger component and the temperature component so that I can reference them. Really good at 2x2 pixel art. Ooh. I can't say that I'm very experienced with. But 4 pixels. Nothing wrong with that. Gonna take the temperature component, if hunger component dot hunger. What is it called? Oh, don't give me that. Temperature and hunger. If dot hunger is less than 0.5. Let's just if it's a if it's below 0.9, then multiply the break value by 10. Just for debug purposes. If temperature component dot temperature is less than 0.9, break value times equals 10. Turn break value. What do you mean temperature component? Spell it correctly. Okay, and since these are at 80%, oh, that didn't work. Okay. I don't think this is going to matter. It did not matter. So let's undo that. Let's go back to our input handler. Does this work? Print break value. Oh no. Give me my mouse back. Why is it 0.2? Why isn't it being adjusted? Oh. Oh. I want to see some O's. There are no O's. All right, so we're not going in these if statements. If hunger component dot hunger is less than 0.9, what is hunger component dot hunger? Oh, I'm an idiot. It's not 0 to 1. All right, I don't need this anymore. We fixed it. I know we fixed it. 100%. 100% fixed. Out of bounds index 9 on base array. What the heck is this? How did we get here? Selector texture frame. Frame 9. Okay. How did we get that? Update selector texture. Okay, that was called here. Int prog times 8. Has there just been a bug in my thing this whole time that we've just revealed? -1? Off by 1 error? I don't know. Let's just put a -1. Oh. What? Oh. Oh, I see. I see. We're not modifying this. We're using the raw break value. Oh. Oh. No, that won't do. We need a modified break value function. If I pass in an observed block, I should be able to get its block data, get the break value, and then I need to adjust for tool, and then I need to adjust for whatever, blah, 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 func. Block, param, block. Okay. Break value needs to be generated, not just plucked from here. Okay. Just copy this. Just quietly typing, adding in the things that we need to make this work. If tool, go ahead and modify ret. Oh, I wrote this like that? Am I crazy? Oh yes. No, that makes sense. I did write that like that because not all tools break all blocks. Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, we got to do it. Tool dot get break modifier block param. If there's no block param, how are we getting here? Just have to guard against that. Okay. Now we take our this code that we just wrote. Nope, not that code, this code. Okay, and then we update it here. Ret equals player.adjustBreakTime.ret. Return ret. There we go. Now we just gotta replace all of this with get break time. Don't need this anymore. And then up here, get break time observed block. That should fix that. Now we're too hungry to break things quickly. Oh, that's so slow. I don't know what I expect. I multiply the time by 100. It's going to take literally a minute and a half to break this. Well, that's not true because it takes a fifth of a second to break a dirt block. So it's going to take a fifth of a minute and a half to break this dirt block. Great. All right, we implemented that. It's not the final numbers. It's just for testing purposes. But there it is. We can try and remember what were the last two things I was going to do. I said them at the beginning of the stream. Was it something to do with blocks? I don't think so. Something to do with the HUD? Oh, yeah, that's right. I wanted to split out the recipes into two different things. So we've got up here, this needs to be two different windows. So one of them is just going to be where we put the plot stuff, plot recipes, and then one of them is going to be put the level up recipes. How do you plan to add mob structures, biomes, realms, and how to beat the game? Most of those I'm not adding because I don't have time for it. That's how. Because all that stuff will destroy me if I try and add it in the next 10 days. I have made that mistake twice where in January and in March, those game jams, I scoped out twice as much game as I had time to implement. And wasn't great. So not doing that. The beating the game is generally I make as much content as I can, and then I add a block that says, "Thank you for beating the game. Credits Artasian. Woo." And then that's it. I still need to add like sound, and I need to make something in Blender and add that in here, just because that's like the reason I'm doing this game jam. What is it? Goals. Learn Blender. Implement one Blender shape in the game. Learn basic rigging. This I haven't done, but I think I can do with just a Sprite 3D. I haven't done any of these goals, so I'm saving a lot of my focus for doing something to satisfy that. Okay, I need to split the inventory menu into 2 bits, and it's already split into 2 bits, but I need to split it into 2 more bits. No, that's not quite the right word. I need to split it into halves, quarters. Register inventory menu. How am I adding recipes to this? Because I am perfectly fine with saying recipes have to identify when they are they have to identify if they are added on command or if they're added as a level. This is not where that happens. This happens in the UI, it does. Recipe button, VBox container, add child. When does this VBox container get registered? What? How does this happen? When does the infod get initialized? Ah, here we go. It's a toolbar. Really? I called it the toolbar? I can't believe I did that. That's annoying. But no, this is the no, this is not the infud. This is the infud. Yeah, naming things is hard. This is not the infud. Why is it being registered? Oh. It's not. When is it getting registered? In the input handler, maybe? How am I opening this menu? Input handler, when I press the open menu button. Oh, we're just creating it. Okay, it's an inventory menu. This is it, yes. All right, that's fine. We'll just work in this container. It's registered in the HUD. We don't have to worry about anything else in the HUD. This control is where I plan on putting my inventory slots if I had them. So we're just working in this scroll container. This is not going to be a scroll container. This is going to be a margin container. That way we can set a margin. And then we'll have 2 scroll containers. Okay. Level recipes. Plot recipes. And then we need to assign both of these. And then get rid of this. And then I need to correct this. We can just add it to plot recipes for now. No, we'll add it to level recipes. We need to... I'm going to add a label to both of these. So we're just going to add a label here. Oh, no, actually, I'm adding to here. Yeah, there we go. Level 1. And then what do I see when I press E? It crashes. That's what I see. Why am I adding the VBox container? What? Why am I doing this at all? It's already there. Oh, no, it isn't. This is the button. Whatever. When I started programming at 10, I was just faking it till I made it, which actually worked out well for me. Barely knew anything, watched tutorials on Unity and Unreal until it just clicked. It's really what it is. It's just hard work, and then it just clicks. It's kind of magical when that happens too, because like I remember long ago learning Java and making objects didn't make sense to me for about 4 weeks until just one day it's just like, oh, I have an object and I want it to exist. New object, done. Okay, great. And I want this function to happen when I call a new object. Okay, great. There's my constructor. Okay, it just started cascading from there. It was magical. You just gotta work, and then it clicks, and then once it clicks, it gets easier. VBox, nope. Story level. I can have the recipe decide where it goes. Okay, can you please autocomplete? Can you please? No, because it's a control. It doesn't know anything. Can I just name this level recipe container? Oh my goodness. Why? Okay, why are these smashed together? Oh, because I never set the anchors. This one should be at the top. Oh, I can even see that this is not working. How do I set the anchors? Okay, where did that go? Undo. Where did that go? Let's not mess with that one. Let's mess with this one. Vertical alignment. Oh, I see.
Jesus.
How do I want the vertical alignment, but I don't want it to be this tiny thing. Oh, you know what? I know what the problem is. I goofed. A VBox container. Get you in there. Get you in there. Why do I get nothing? Where are my labels? Why is it invisible? Is it because they're in scroll containers? Frickin', I can't believe this. All right. I'm not against just making it one big scroll bar. It's fine. No. No, I am against that. This should have worked. Why doesn't this work? Let me try setting an anchor. You go to the top. You go to the mid. Fine. Give me the minimum size. 200. 200. I don't care. Okay, and now if I hit play, what do we get? A crash. Okay. Yes, because I just messed with this and I haven't updated anything over here. I need this container to be correct. And this container to be correct. Fair enough. Let's go. Yeah. That's close to what I want. We'll just have, when you level up, a list of things to... It would be nice if those were actually centered and not just as close to the cursor as possible. I think I need to do it on the container level. Yeah. No, that's not correct. What do I gotta do to make this frickin' work? No, I shouldn't need to set the minimum size like this. That's dumb. It should go, oh, there's a button in here. It needs a minimum size of whatever. Let me adjust myself. 500. I hate UI programming. I hate it. Also, that's way too low. Yeah, like this is fine. I don't fully understand it, but it's fine. Theoretically, a scroll bar will appear when we max out the window, because we put these in a scroll bar, scroll container, and that's, I'm counting on that. Okay, one more thing to do, and then I'm gonna call victory, stop with the stream. We're gonna make a new handler, a message handler. This thing has one job, and that job is to make messages appear on the screen whenever I need them to. So these are going to be plot messages, basically. I want it to say when you spawn into the game, "Hello, player." If we get that, I'm good. Let's make these a handler. Let's make this a global, in accordance with the ancient tradition. Do I need to name this? Nope. I'm going to go to the game scene. I need to create a message window. Because I don't think the handler is capable of providing anything like that. This is just going to be a container with a rich text label in it. 9 patch rect. Let's just make it a color rect for now. We'll change it to be proper. I should actually put it up here. What is this? Oh, that's the cursor. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just call this cursor. Message box. Should I put this in a canvas rect or in a canvas group? I feel like I should. I feel like I get punished every time I don't do that. Hey, welcome. How's it going? My silly little evolution game with funny looking creatures that wobble when they walk. Cool. I have a script named Message Manager for the tutorial, so we're technically both working on a text system. Oh, nice. Awesome. I wonder how often that happens. Where you're watching a stream and you're working on something and the streamer's working on the exact same thing. There's not that many moving parts in a game. Rich text label. Oh, yeah, I should definitely put this in a canvas group. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Good luck, man. In case you need help with sound or music, let me know. I do sound and scoring for film. Nice. Don't know what the rules are if you need any help with that. I think if you make it, it's fine. You can do whatever. Yeah. Message. Dun, 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 dun. I don't want this to be here. I want it to be like that. I want to have a little bit of margin. Hello. But no, I want the message to pop up. So I actually want to hide this. And then register this in the... I want to have the game register this with the message handler. And then the message handler is forevermore responsible for it. So let's go here. Let's make this a thing that exists. Message handler dot register message box. When does the game due? In 10 days and 20 hours. This, we're going to pass this, we're just pass this whole thing in message box group. Give me that. You do music? I can make concert, band, and orchestra music, but I've never made video game music. Func that of our message box group canvas group. Registered. Okay. Let me make sure this works before we proceed. Because there's a chance that this... no, everything should... Yeah, okay, it works. Because everything should be ready by the time main but the game is running. So yeah, the canvas group is there. I need to, I'm just going to set like a constant. Func display message string text message string and then displaying the message is just a matter of I should probably get the actual message box, the actual message. Label equals get node, nope, message box group param dot get node. Does that work? Am I doing that right? Feels. Oh. Yes, we have the label. Okay, that works. Try to be versatile, use both Cubase and Fruity Loop Studio. I've been working for a few years doing the tribal stuff. Nice. Have you ever used a Reaper before? I've been curious about that one, if that's worth diving into. I wasn't actually planning on that much music-wise or sound-wise because partly because Minecraft has Game Jam tier sound. Like I was planning on just going oof into the microphone and just that's like a third of the sound in Minecraft. I don't know. Just like a block breaking sound and a footstep sound. Is there a footstep sound? There might not be a footstep sound. It's a bare bones game, sound wise. I haven't really used Reaper much, but Air is a good place to start. Oh, cool. I have done very little when it comes to sound and music, so I don't know much. I want to take this message. Let's take the label dot text equals message. And then I want the box to fade in. So I think the way that we do that is we take the message box group dot opacity. Nope, that's not it. Modulate equals color 1110. It is transparent. And then we make this, make it visible. If you need any help, I can help with that. Love to help with what you need, but I'm not working on anything right now, and it sounds kind of fun. Sure. Yeah, I don't know how to organize. I know that there's some organizing that goes on the Discord for this game jam. I don't know if you can identify that through is there a Discord? Nope. Oh no, there's a Discord server. A lot of the teams organize there, so that's probably a good place. And or I'm sure there are other people also looking for folks as well. So If you're just hunting for a team to help with, that's a good place to go. Let's get this. I'm gonna use, what is it, lerps? Is that what they're called? No, tweens. That's what they're called. I'm gonna tween the message box to become visible. Var tween equals create tween. Oh man, how do I do this? Tween dot binds? No. How do I do it? I can't. I have to look it up. Property, tween property. Okay. Object is message box group. The property is modulate. The final val is color 1111. The duration, I don't know, 1 second. Is that it? I thought there was more. Let's just try that. I would like for this to display the message, hello. Let's just go into the game. Let's just put it here. How do I do a Godot sleep? It's like a timeout. Create timer seconds. Yeah, timeout. Await this. All right, after 2 seconds, we should have the message box. There it is. Hello. It will not go away ever because, well, I forget the exact way to make that a thing. I guess this function that I just grabbed, we can just take that and put it here. Time.timeout. And then we just tween the property to go away. And then I think this crashes if we try and call display message twice. And I need to be aware of that. And then I would like this to call, what's the other way to tween? Just like tween.execute. Oh my God. Give me the docs. Tween.callback. I just want to set visible to false. Or await tween. Can I just tween.await? Okay, hold on. Await tween.finished. Okay, that's painless. Message box group dot visible equals false. Might head to bed because it's 1:30. But if you'd like some help with the sound stuff, let me know and I can help. Discord is AGV Music. And the server too. Nice. All right. I'll take a look probably tomorrow because it's late here as well. And I think I'm done. If this works. hello. And then this should stick around for 12 seconds, and then it should go away and not crash. Maybe with a DM. All right. Yes, it didn't crash. That's not the proper test. I need to do make sure this doesn't crash if I shoot multiple messages at it. I should have some sort of queuing system. But that's actually not a big deal to just slap something together that works and move on. Okay. This works. This message is in. I need to set up triggers to shoot out messages. But hey, you know what? Got a lot done today, and I'm gonna be satisfied with that. We've got, where is it? 10 more days to make content. I love making dialogue boxes, especially when I can customize typing animations. Ooh, I didn't even think about typing animations. That would be fun. Let me just... That's something you would do with a tween, right? Or a lerp? No, a tween. Oh, there's plenty of tutorials here. I should totally do that. Wait, what is this visible ratio property? Really? Where's... Oh. Yeah. You can do it with rich text boxes. I'm here. This is the one. What's it called? Visible ratio. Oh, I can change the number of... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That'll be sick. That'll be sick. I don't know how we mathematically make that work, but there are so many guides, it looks like, on YouTube / just floating around. I don't think this is going to be a problem to implement at all. I'm not going to look at that code. Yeah. You know what? Let me just leave it to do for myself. Sick. This is, I think this is going to be like a load bearing mechanic because I don't plan on implementing any other form of tutorial other than the game being like, you can move around by pressing WASD and press E to open inventory. But we're gonna be putting forth mechanics beyond that, like right click to eat food and stand next to fire to not die of hypothermia, even though we don't have dying in our game. And I don't know how to teach that other than via here's a message, your temperature got to 20%. Here's a message that says you should not do that. Here's what you should do. Like, yeah. So important. Load bearing. Anyway, I'm gonna call it here while I still have sanity. Thanks for watching, y'all. Hope your game dev is going well. Hope you're playing lots of fun games. Hope the weather's treating you nicely, and hope today has not been too weathering. I'm tired. I don't know why, but I'm tired. That is it for me. See you all next time.